Walk into a Jewish home from New York to New Zealand, and you'll likely see a mezuzah, Shabbat candles, and a whole lot of books. Sure, the Jewish people are called the people of the book, but why so many books? Before we answer that, let's talk about pickles. Yes, pickles. You see, the key to making excellent pickles is all in the brine, that pungent liquid in the jar that preserves, cures, and ferments the cucumbers, transforming a mundane vegetable into a holy Jewish ritual. Okay, maybe I'm overdoing it with the pickles. But my point is, if you want true growth and transformation, you need to be soaking in the right environment, an environment spiced with the right ingredients. Which brings us back to our big question. Why do Jewish homes have so many books? Well, your home is your pickle barrel. And the water, salt, garlic, and dill, the brine, are the books we choose for our shelves and coffee tables. The more Jewish holy books, or sefarim, we surround ourselves with, the more holiness we imbue into our environment. In Judaism, sefarim are treated differently than regular books. We make sure they never touch the floor, and many people kiss them after using them. We don't use them as paperweights or booster seats, never bring them into the bathroom. There's even a special pecking order for which books are allowed to be stacked on top of other books. That's all because these aren't just books. These are solid paper cuboids overflowing with divine wisdom. They're like handheld battery packs charged by the author of life. Now, what makes a book a holy sefer? After all, it's not just a Jewish author or even a Jewish theme. It's something more, something sacred. So that Sandy Koufax biography may go well with a pastrami on rye, but a sefer, it is not. Traditionally, sefarim are those books which contain divine Jewish wisdom. That includes Jewish biblical texts and all works that explain them. It also includes the oral Torah, like the Talmud and its commentaries, as well as all books of Jewish law, ethics, mysticism, or traditional Jewish philosophy. All of these books are part of a tradition that traces itself to Mount Sinai, where God shared this wisdom with the Jewish nation. When an author writes something, they pour their mind, personality, their very essence into that book. When God authored the Torah, he put his essence into it. So it goes without saying that a Torah scroll is a very holy thing. But to a certain degree, all of these hundreds of thousands of sacred books also radiate part of that same holiness. You don't need to be a scholar to take advantage. You don't even need to read Hebrew. Plenty of sefarim have been translated into all sorts of languages, from English to Japanese. Merely owning them, and of course studying from them, transforms a house into a shining source of wisdom. Interestingly, there's a biblical obligation for every single Jew to write a Torah scroll, which takes a lot of skill and years of training. Not exactly the easiest mitzvah to do yourself. Besides for communal Torah scrolls, the 13th century sage known as the Rosh explained that we can fulfill this commandment by simply purchasing holy books. In 1974, the Rebbe announced a special mitzvah campaign that every Jewish home should be filled with Jewish books. You see, Jewish home decorating isn't just about color schemes and furniture. It's about making a holy space, a space of Torah learning. These holy books are the crown jewels of a Jewish room. Couches and dining room sets get less beautiful as time goes on. The more you use them, the less beautiful and valuable they become. On the other hand, a sefer ripens and blossoms over time. Those cracked spines and worn covers are signs that the sefer has been studied with love, and that's what true beauty looks like. So, which books are in your Jewish library? If you're not sure where to start, look for the basics. A Chumash, a Tehillim, and a Siddur make up the perfect sefer starter pack. After that, any sefarim that inspire you to be a better Jew or teach the how-tos of Jewish life. And the next time you sit down with a good sefer, grab a jar of kosher pickles, say a blessing, and soak in the wonderful brine of Jewish books.
what business we are in, or profession, the true workshop starts at 777 Parkway. You give us inspiration, you give us the pride of being Jews, and you give us the kind of nachas that we can derive any place in the world. And when you talked about sweet here, it also starts here. Next to you, we all become very sweet, and thank God for that. God bless you and give you many, many years of health and everything.
Can spirit all the Jews around you and also the name also.
Thank you.
I'm very occupied now about the spreading Shevenish so-called civil laws of Narachim. And this affects directly also the Jewish activities and all the people around us. If we behave according to this Shevenish it will become much easier to achieve all the good things that we all have spoken about. And to achieve it in a sweet manner, that's the name.
Tell us the message you have for the world about Mashiach, the message you have for the whole world about the Mashiach.
It was printed in all the press of all the countries. The Mashiach is ready to come now. It is only from our part to do something additional in the realm of goodness and kindness.
So people should be doing goodness and kindness for him to come.
At least a little more than Mashiach will come immediately. That's what gives to charity, the double portion of charity.
Thank you, Rabbi. You're very kind. Thank you,
Double portion of kindness.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Double portion. Double portion.
Leute, es ist auf deine Stück und mehr von Mashiach jetzt.
Amen. Dann Mashiach. The Shiri says, Amen. Das Mashiach. Der Mavzaka Mashiach soll kommen schneller.